his daughter's newfound fame and how tennis and religion nearly kept him from chart success. So take it easy like Monday Morning with Lionel Richie, exclusive only on This Morning. And welcome back. He's right behind us right now, look. There he is, Lionel Richie. We'll be here in a matter of moments. But coming up in the next 90 minutes, well, obviously Lionel is going to chat to us, and he's also singing for us a little bit later on.
And Lord Robert Winston is here. He's turned his attention from making miracle babies to nurturing the minds of inquisitive children. And he's answering crucial questions like, why do I sneeze, and where do my thoughts come from?
Your head. Your brain. My mum. Where's thoughts?
Sometimes as well. Plus, who will win Les's heart in the battle of the Weatherfield Witches? Will it be Janice or will it be Scylla? And would you take the shirt from Alfie Moon's back? Well, someone will when loads of soap memorabilia goes up for auction tomorrow.
I want to make sure I always check Black history.
Yeah.
How many famous race car drivers are there black? I don't know any. I don't know any. I couldn't come up with any.
And so, of course, they say, right, OK, we're going to teach you in 30 minutes how to drive a racing car.
And then, Lionel, we have to cut your lesson short because it's about to rain. Go!
And
Well, I went around the first time and got kind of comfortable. Wow, okay, I can handle this. Second time around, okay, a little bit more speed. Pull in for a minute. They said, Lionel, you're really doing great. Listen, the rain clouds are coming. I said, but listen, let me ask you a question. I've got two problems. One, the steering wheel is on the right side, and the gearbox is on the right side of the car. I'm used to doing this. No problem, Lionel. You'll get used to it because your brain will switch over with no problem. Go! Go!
And at what stage did you actually pass your own wheel?
Yes, well, that's what I wanted to show you. I knew something was wrong. You know, without having too much training, I sensed that something was wrong when I slammed on brakes to go back into second to make the car skid around. As I saw the wheel go off that way, I realized, it could be a problem here. So then I started reading the headlines. Lionel killed in massive car accident, racing.
Yeah.
I could see all the people back in Alabama asking the question, what the hell was he doing in a race car in the first place? He can't drive a race.
But you say only in Britain.
Only in Britain can they put me in situations where I don't think about it until after. Because I'm thinking to myself, okay, how many of... Hey, Lionel, Simon has done this.
Simon Cowell.
Simon Cowell has done this. And I said, no. I mean, like, singers. No one yet, Lionel. Are you nuts? Thanks for telling me that.
But you too, you have a bit of a love affair with your own cars, though, don't you?
I love doing this, but I must tell you, the idea of getting across the road at 100 miles an hour, trying to go back that way when you're going this way, is not exactly my idea of having fun. But if I had about another 30 minutes, I probably would have really gotten into it. But you know something's wrong when your leg's shaking like this. So you get out and go, Lionel, how you feeling? Fine, I'm feeling great.
So, would you like a drink? Oh,
but you know what, in all in all, I didn't have time to think about it. So therefore, if you'd given me another hour to think about this, I would have got out of that car and said, what are you crazy?
You said on the program, which I'm interested to know what sort of a neighbour you are at home, is because you said that you'd never sold a car that you had. You kept your cars. So do your neighbours say, oh, no, I live next door to Lionel Richie. Look at all the rusting cars he's got in his drive.
No. We don't keep them at the house. No, we have them. I have them in storage. And occasionally, if I feel the college years, I'll go back and pick the college car up. And if I feel like the first Commodore car, I'll go pick up the Commodore
And they're
car.
all kept in mint
And they're
condition?
all kept in a nice little warehouse in neat temperature. And of course, I can tell you right now, my accountants have been trying to get me to get rid of these cars. Because in their heads, Lionel, why are you, that's expenditure you don't need. You follow me? But I keep going, but do you realize what I did in that Datsun? That Datsun right there has my whole college life.
Yeah, but there wouldn't have been a bit of a scare. I mean, it's well reported in the newspapers, and we don't intend to go there really. But
go there.
A little
oh my
bit,
God, go
with
there.
the divorce. Obviously,
Yes.
it was very expensive. Was there a moment where you thought, oh my God, I'm going to lose my car?
No, never a thought. Not one thought was I going to lose my car. My hair, maybe. and my nervous system, yes, of course. Never my cars. Cars were never threatened, I must tell you.
Yeah.
I've learned that a long time ago. Protect your cars. Don't worry about the rest of you.
So who do the cars go to when you go up to the great concert hall in the sky?
Well, now let me tell you. Now, funny you should say that, because I thought that I was doing the great fatherly thing by saying I'm going to save my first car, save my second car, so that when my kids get older, I'll pass these wonderful cars on to them. Well, Nicole was the first one that burst the bubble, because the Datsun 280Z 2+2, Dad went to college in this car, by the way, with no power steering. You understand me?
Yeah, yeah.
So now it's her first time driving, and I pulled it and I unveiled the car to her, and I said, Nicole, look, I'm going to let you drive this. And the most terrifying words came out of my mouth. I don't want to drive that old thing. and
I must have been heartbroken.
I remember just staggering back over by the wall. I couldn't believe these terrible words, these wretched words were coming out of her mouth. And that's when I realized that children have just no thoughts of your sentiments at all. They want their own dreams. So she wanted her own car.
She's doing very
is
well,
a
isn't
big
she?
superstar.
Yes, I'm being introduced now as Nicole Richie's father.
Now, we haven't got this over here, so explain.
Well, this is, she's in a television show called The Simple Life. And there's nothing simple about The Simple Life, except that the character, believe me, she's wiping me out. She's doing exactly what I did to my mom and dad. They sent me off to college to come back with a doctor or a lawyer. I sent her off to college, and she came back with this television show called The Simple Life. And she came to me and she said, Dad, I have my own show. And I said, congratulations, Nicole. What character do you play? And she said, I play a retired child. Basically, the money's being left to me. I don't have to work anymore. My parents have made all the money. And basically, I'm just living at me and Paris Hilton are all just basically going to go down to a farm in Arkansas and kind of spoof the farm life. I said, well, that's very interesting. And she said, oh, by the way, it's a reality show.
So she's a retired child living on your money?
Yes, that's exactly what she said. and of course, it was the same thing that I said to my father. Dad, I'm quitting school. I'm joining the Commodores. We're the Black Beatles, and we're going to take over the world. And of course, I said the exact same words to Nicole that my dad said to me. My dad came and possessed my body when she told me that about the reality show. And I found myself speaking the same words. I can't repeat those words on television, by the way. This is a family show. But at that point, I started laughing, because my dad told me years ago, one day you'll get yours. Because I couldn't understand why he was so upset. Well, Nicole is now...
You got yours.
But the good news is that at the end of all this, she's paid her parents off now. The show was a success.
And that's all you could ask for, really.
She got the I told you so in.
So what will she do after this show, then?
I have no blessed idea. I'm hoping she does another one. She's doing the second series this year.
What did she go to college to do?
You know, she was going into communications. Believe it or not, she was going to be in the television business and wanted to be an actress. And of course, as all parents try to do, you try to steer them in the right direction. And I kept saying, why on earth would you want to do something like the entertainment business? There's no future. Do I sound like my father? There's no future. Where can you go? There's no guarantee. You know, so of course she said, Dad, if you can do it, then I can do it. And I said, absolutely. And of course she first shot out.
It's a very difficult argument for you to win, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't, you know what, I can't even find an argument, except the fact that it is, well, you know, this is one of those businesses where, did we go to school for it? No. What did we have? A love for it, and then the talent worked out very well. And the right day at the right moment, right time.
But you have been successful because you've kept it simple. You've been honest in what you do.
Honest. This is a business where years ago you could actually keep a secret. In other words, if you were the president of the United States, you could actually keep a secret because it was called the Secret Service. And now they write the books faster than you can get out of office. Well, now in we have now in our business called investigative reporting. And so if you're not going to tell it, they'll tell it for you. So it kind of gets you a little bit more honest with yourself, number one. And number two, it's kind of a cleansing thing. Once you get it out, you actually feel better. I don't know what that is, but you know, once you know that there's no skeletons in the closet, then you can kind of move on with your life. You know?
Makes life lighter.
Well, certainly when you realize that it's just not happening to you. It's happening to all of us in some way, fashion, or form. You know, you show me a perfect family or a perfect marriage or a perfect guy or a woman, and I'll tell you, something hiding somewhere, because it's just, life is just not that way.
No, nothing is perfect, is it? You talk about the Secret Service. I was watching a program the other day, you know, one of these conspiracy programs, Did Man Land on the Moon?
Right.
And of course it was very slanted towards, no, they didn't.
Right.
But I was thinking, if that is one of the best kept secrets, that they really didn't land on the moon, who's passing the envelope from job to job? You know, I'm in office, now I'm out of office, and I pass you this, read this, don't say anything, pass it to the next person.
You know, I've thought about this. If we look at, I mean, I just saw Fahrenheit 9/11. Now, I came out of there, and I'm suspicious of everything now. You know, you hear the speeches and go, what's really the what's that word now? Hidden agenda.
Yeah.
Oh, that's number one. Number two, speaking of the astronaut program, I happen to know Buzz Aldrin. You know, so he was the second man that walked on the moon.
Yeah.
And I ask him every time, okay, now tell me about it. And he goes, I was there. And there's no kidding around. He was there. And I said, okay, now, Buzz, look at me now. I mean, you were there on the moon or you were there in Hollywood? I was there on the moon.
See, now, the thing is that I would have thought that it's unlikely that he's going to be, if he wasn't there, that he's going to tell it. Because you think, oh my God, as Fern said, this envelope has been passed from president to president to president, and how did it get out? Buzz told Lionel Richie.
I know, but... Well, you see, I've been, but no, I can clarify this. I have been with Buzz when he's been buzzed.
Really?
You understand me?
I do understand.
I waited to those moments when Buzz.
Yeah.
And
you took advantage of him.
I took advantage of him right there. I cornered Buzz while he was buzzed, and I said, "Okay, Buzz, talk to me. Tell me." And the interesting part about it, he tells the story of how there's so much in terms of classification, in terms of things he couldn't say, like things he saw. And
he's told you that?
Still cannot to this day tell.
So he hasn't told you anything?
No. But he's just saying there are things that he saw that he cannot speak of, even to this day.
On the moon?
On the moon, going to the moon, coming back from the moon.
Wow. Can we get you buzzed?
I've revealed.
You've got to get him buzzed
Yeah,
again.
no. But he's a very interesting guy because, you know, what he was saying is that, you know, in the military world, there's two worlds going on. One, experimentation. In other words, we're already, if they gave us the cell phone, and the cell phone has been around since Sputnik, 2 or 3 moonshots later, the president has always had a cell phone. So if they release that technology to the general public, what do they have now? Is the question.
We're so far behind what is launched, what is known, aren't we? I mean, they're working 10, 15, 20 years ahead.
And I'm so upset right now because now that everything now is down to a little thing like this, which I was so excited about until my vision went out.
Yeah.
I can't, you know, are you having that problem?
That's the cruelest part.
Do you understand me?
Yeah, everything's getting smaller, and you can't see the screen.
Going, it's getting smaller. Yeah, it's getting smaller. Yeah, it's getting. Can you get it larger? You know, and I'm finding now the only people that know how to work this thing are my 5- and 10-year-old kids because I have no blessed idea how to switch from one. I just want to use the phone.
Yeah.
Can you get this person on the phone for me?
And get them to dial for you as well.
Lionel, it's lovely. Thank you so much for being here. You're going to sing for us later.
I'm going to sing for you later.
The new single, which is out on Monday. And it is called
I Still Believe.
I Still Believe.
A little bit of optimism in all of this pessimism that we're living.
Yeah, and you're also back later on in the year because you've got a big tour as well.
October, November.
October, November, Wembley Arena, and I'm just blown away that no matter whenever I come back here, besides trying to kill me, the Brits actually want to come to the show.
Well, it's just part part of our humour, you know.
I don't know whether I'm being loved or saying, get rid of it, get rid of it, brother.
Well, here we are, there we are. Lionel Richie with us for the rest of the morning. Thank you for that.
Thank you very much.
Terrific.
Great fun.
OK, we have to take a quick break now, but stay with us to find out what these children are talking about.